Hey, good evening. So I thought I'd leave a couple notes and keep everybody up to date for anybody that's actually following the shit show that is my life. Because it just keeps getting worse. And again, there's sort of a big issue in my life that I can't really talk about yet, but it's getting bigger by the day. We're gonna find out that somebody's done some really, really nasty stuff with my information. So I'm just gonna continue to copy all of the cop shops on everything because honestly, it's with the amount that people have tried to control other people being involved in my life, I'm left in basically complete isolation. And going through all of this stuff in complete isolation just means that I have a lot of panic attacks. And I live in like this constant state of like panic. And it's like I'm doing this work and I'm going to talk about this in one of the Divine Journey videos. Like, I can't, my brain is not letting me stop doing this. Like, it's like hyper focus times 12. And I've been here for like 2 years and I've tried to stop. I've tried to stop doing it, but it's basically my brain is on a one-way road show to get this project off the floor. And it's like my brain won't let me stop doing it. But I came to quantifying abuse like that was made in extreme panic. That piece of art was created in extreme panic. And I think a whole bunch of pieces of art are created over there in that creative space. And I think that those pieces of art are very important. Um, it's basically your brain problem solving. And if you look at what quantifying abuse is, it's solving my problem. My brain went into a space where it created a system by which I could solve the problem that I was in. And it will solve that problem with a whole bunch of other people as well, which is why it's so important. But when it comes to my life, right, it's like I like try and fit into the mishmash of garbage that my life was left in shambles. And it's like I swap in between this like 5D environment where I'm existing in a space of this project, and then I flip back and like I'm in 3D land, and it's just a mess. Like the amount that people have tried to take me out. The betrayal. Like it's a lot. When it comes to my dad's will, like I suspected things, but it wasn't really reaffirmed to me until I got all the information about what's going on in my neighborhood. There's no reason that a mother would do that to her daughter unless she was hiding something, unless there was some ulterior motive. Now, when he first died, and I don't care about money, and I know that makes me fucking weird right now, but I want you to really think what kind of human beings you would like to see on this planet, because right now it's like puddles of vapid pieces of shit. You need some diversity. I don't care that much about money. It's okay. We have enough people that are going to care on my behalf. But when he first passed away, she made comments at the funeral about her having to move out of the house. And I didn't put two and two together because I wasn't thinking about the will. My father had just died. It wasn't until I asked a couple months later, and then she made up a fake will, that I started to put a story together. And now that I understand all of the lengths that she's gone to act against me, I understand that that's it. Basically, I was left a whole bunch of stuff and she's trying to hide it. What I know I'm supposed to make an impact on here is discernment. Because my mother's like, she's like the evil witch. She kind of is, though. In the story, she totally is. But you know what I mean? It's not her that's going to make or break society. It's the people that are more than willing to eat up all that malicious gossip for their own, little kick of joy. But in that, you're taking a good human being and throwing them into the mud. Like, really think about that. Like, and think about your discernment levels, because obviously they're shit. Now, because of all this shit that's happened, I live in a state of like, I go into like super work mode, but then it's like my brain blanks out, and it's like you'll see me sitting in my house, like flipping through social media, and that's because my brain has stopped working. It literally will fry out. If I keep pushing it past that point, I go into full burnout and then I lose 2 days, right? And I can't afford to lose 2 days right now. So it's like I'm doing as much as I can until I hit a wall, and then I have to take a break or it's not going to work anymore. But there's way too many things for me to do and not enough resources, and I have absolutely no help. So if I look discombobulated as fuck, that's why I am discombobulated as fuck. I need help. And honestly, by this point, I thought I'd have help, and I should have had help. And if it wasn't for my ex and his malicious group chats and my mother and her toxic gossip train, like I would have had help. That's how they're basically painting me into a corner. But because I don't have help, I'm like basically fighting this battle completely alone with a panic condition and a kid and 2 dogs and suffering through it every moment. Now, again, I've put into a position where I knew I would fail at some point. Like I was promised by my mother that I would be safe, and obviously she doesn't give a fuck. So I am not safe. And I've been financially struggling since I think about January and just basically squeaking by. But I'm not going to squeak by for much longer. So I'm going to have to sell the dream. I'm going to sell the forest, which is going to break my heart. But I am really used to taking a lot of disappointments in life, so I'm just going to swallow it. Anyways, I currently own 17 acres in Quebec. It was purchased last year in January as soon as I got the money from my divorce to facilitate a community of people that I was going to put together called the Borough. If you want to learn more about the Borough or the plans there, it's on the website, but as it stands right now, I'm going to have to offload it so that I can keep going. I'm used to taking some really big hits. But I have every hope in the world that I will find another borough at some point and we can start that again. But as it stands right now, I've got far too many people acting against me, and no help. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go out and make some friends and maybe date. And I haven't done that in like 10 years. Um, I don't know how exactly that's going to look, but there's been a whole bunch of people surfing around a whole bunch of things. So maybe throw me a DM if you want to, I don't know, hang out. Girls or boys, whatever. Somebody asked me on like TikTok mystery chat what I wanted. And it's like when I was younger, I used to dream about like fancy vacations and like pretty things. I've lost a lot of my attachments to like material stuff. I just don't care anymore. Um, you know what I want? I want my brain to slow down enough that I can read a book. I want my brain to slow down enough that I can read a book. And I want to feel safe. I want my brain to slow down enough that I can read a book and I want to feel safe.